So as you guys can see, I I kind of made a purchase of a couple Volvos, and they just so happen to be three almost identical Volvos, white 240 wagons, all different years. This one's a 90, this one's a 86, I believe, and that one's a 87. This one's a 240 GL. This is a DL. That's a DL. Um, they all have the same color interior, just those two have leather. This one has cloth. But yeah, I paid a pretty penny for three pretty much non-running Volvos, but financially, I think I will recover because Volvos have never let me down in the past. But at least 240s haven't let me down. I've had other cars let me down, but these 240s were sitting in a backyard in Scottsdale, Arizona for I don't know. The tag on this one says 2017, so a couple years. This one says 2018, and that one we won't talk about that one because that's not the plate for that car. But they were all been sitting for quite a long time, and I think they've been sitting a little bit longer before. Well, at least the previous owner picked them up, and man, his car collection was crazy. He posted an ad on Craigslist saying, "Hey, I got some cars I want to sell out of my car collection," and he had a backyard. I would have to say at least 200 cars back there. Backyard full of at least 200 cars. Not just Volvos, but I counted at least 20 Volvos back there. Some were 242s, some were 240 turbos, and sedans and wagons, and if you name it, there's baritone 780s back there. It was crazy, and these are just the ones that I happened to pick up. He made me a deal on the package since he kind of wanted the cars moved. He wanted to at least get control of his situation back there, which I don't know. I mean, if I didn't pick up these cars, or if someone didn't pick up these cars, they would have been back there for the rest of their lives. I don't know how anybody can muster up the brain power to manage all those cars at once. Like, it was crazy how many cars. I think I have some pictures and some videos of what the backyard looked like, but it was crazy. And yeah, so I towed these two home. Actually, I towed all three of them home because they didn't really run. Those two definitely do not run. This one ran, but it ran very rough and didn't want to cooperate. But yeah, let me give you the rundown. This one is an 87, if I remember correctly. This one's an 87. The coolant reservoir was pretty much empty, and it had like a brownish looking, rusty looking stuff inside of it. So I'm pretty sure there's a coolant leak somewhere, and if I had to guess, it's a head gasket. This one is a 86, and same thing, actually worse. There was coolant in it, but it was milky. So I am 100% sure this one has a bad head gasket. And they're cosmetically not in the best condition, but these paint jobs are single stage paint jobs, so they buff out and pretty well. And this one is a 90. This was probably the one that I liked most because it actually ran when I checked it out. And this one, I pretty much already did the full 1-2, get everything kind of buttoned up, and it's running, driving. I'm still putting some miles on it just to make sure it doesn't have any other problems. But other than that, this car is pretty much done. But I didn't do any of it on camera. I was planning on kind of working on these two because these are more projects. This one was kind of just buff it out and fix a couple mechanical things and get it back up and running. But this one's a 90. 350,000 miles on this one. Still runs like a top too. So I mean, I'm proud of this one. Just like my 240. My 240 has 362,000 miles on it, and it's still a champ. But I guess let me stop rambling, get my thoughts together. But yeah, three non-running Volvos, technically. That one runs now. That one doesn't run at all. That one doesn't run at all. We're going to go over these three cars, get them back up and running, and hopefully find them new homes. Find some Volvo enthusiasts that can take these cars to I guess 100%, because I'll do pretty much everything mechanically. I'll do pretty much everything cosmetically, but to turn them into somebody's own baby, they're gonna have to be, you know, maybe someone wants to put wheels on it and lower it and stuff like that. I don't know. I like to give someone a blank canvas for them to work around instead of making what I like in my head, because I got a pretty weird idea of what's cool. As you can tell, Volvo 240s are pretty cool to me. Not many people think that, but at least wagons. Who likes a wagon? Bunch of weirdos. But yeah, as you can tell, this one, August 2018, so it's been sitting for quite a while. This one is January 2017, and I'm pretty sure it's been sitting a lot longer than that. But you know what's nice about this one? 90-something thousand miles on it. But also bad head gasket, so we'll see how that goes. And this one, as I told you, 360,000 miles. It runs like a champ. We'll go over a couple things. My plan is to check if these two fuel pumps work on both these cars, and at least try and drain the gas, because I like to use the gas pump to drain the gas out of the tanks, because I know that gas. I tried smelling the cap. It smells terrible. So that gas is going to have to go. We're going to see if those pumps work. I have 4 pumps on order already. So once those come in, we'll replace those. I guess go from there. I'm hoping that one doesn't need a head gasket, because it doesn't look that bad as this one, but still. I'm ready to do head gaskets if we need to. I've done it before. It's a weekend worth of work. So I guess, yeah, we'll get to it. We'll do a couple things, check the fuel pumps, and go from there. Okie dokie. So we're working on the GL. Just got a new battery for it. We're going to see if these fuel pumps are working at all. Fuel pump relay is definitely not clicking, so we're gonna try and jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna try and jump. Oops. Fuel pumps. I don't hear those things doing anything. So, yeah, I'm gonna assume those pumps are dead. I have a fuel line cracked off and put into a water bottle to try and collect some of the fuel, just so I can see what it looks like. I know it's bad, but I want to know how bad that tank is. But yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to wait until my fuel pumps come in. I have 2 on order right now for both this car and that car. So yeah, I guess we'll have to wait. So I'm impatient, and we're gonna see if we can persuade it with our multi-tool.
Jeremy broke out his vast and sophisticated toolkit.
What else is electrical in here?
Not the exhaust manifold.
Yes, I've done the few.
We're gonna hook up these wires. I can hear it like clicking. I can hear the fuel pump like nudging a little bit. So I know that thing wants to turn over. It might just be too locked up. So we're gonna do that. Maybe give it a little tap. If this works, I'll be a little happy. Where is she? Right there. Sorry, I stopped the video on accident. Give it a little tap. That's not doing anything. Well, it was worth a shot. I guess I'll wait for my fuel pumps to show up. But yeah, that thing's locked up. Not worth messing with. Okie doke. Well, I guess I'll get back to you guys when Oh, I want to turn over so bad. Come on. Okay, I'm just messing around now. But okay, I guess we'll get back to you once I get my fuel pumps in. Okay, doke. See you later. So since we're already outside, and since I already picked up a battery from AutoZone, we're gonna crack the lines off of this guy, and we're gonna see how bad the gas is in this one. Might as well, since we're already here. One thing to worry about with these cars, at least these fuel lines, is they're extremely brittle. The slightest little twist and turn in the wrong direction, you can break the line, which is funny is this one's already broken. Someone zip tied, or not zip tied. As you can see, that was pretty sketchy. Surprised it didn't break more. Dang, this thing always gets stuck. Okay, she's off. I'm gonna crack this line off. Ooh. Actually, that doesn't smell too bad. She's leaking a little bit, which I'm surprised it's still holding. I'm surprised there's still gas there in that line. In this one, there was no gas in it, or in the GL. So we're gonna take our little water bottle, gonna pop this guy right in here safely, and grab the battery. Hopefully this thing's. Oh my god, that's disgusting. They got like an AutoZone battery cable. And just kind of spliced it together with the old cable, so it's not the prettiest job. This thing is covered in spider webs, which is also cool. Okay, let me get the battery out of this car, and we'll see what kind of gas comes out of this thing. I feel like something's still crawling on me. Okay, positive. Oh, no way. They swapped them. One of those people. People swap, well, at least Volvos, they have their terminals swapped. Positives on one side, negatives on the other side, and it's swapped from normal cars. And most people, to put in a cheaper battery, they'll just swap their terminals around, so they could just grab a normal battery. And this one is gonna fight me. So let me grab a set of jumper cables, because I bought the wrong battery, or at least this one, and we'll just hook it up with some jumper cables. Okay, I'll be right back. So I found a battery that has the right terminals for these battery connections. So we're gonna try at least to see if these pumps are working. I already ordered 4 pumps, 2 for this one, 2 for that one. And so no matter what, these pumps are getting replaced, but I still want to see if I can get some life out of this pump. Because if it does work, it'll make it a whole lot easier to use the pump that's already in it to drain all the bad gas that's out of it. Well, drain all the bad gas out of it. So we're gonna try and hook up this battery, had it charging overnight. It might have a bad cell, so I brought my jump box. The battery charger really did not like this battery when I first tried charging it. But we're gonna see what happens, and hopefully we can get some life out of these fuel pumps, just so I can drain some of this gas. But we're gonna again put this thing in here and see if we can get some juice out of it. So I'm gonna put the camera right here, and hopefully we'll be able to see some gas pouring out of that thing. Cool, I got the jump box hooked up, I got the jump wire, so hopefully we can get some juice out of these pumps. I'm not getting anything. Pumps. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to wait. I did get the intake pumps in, but if I'm pulling the intake pump out, then I might as well just drain the gas from in there. So I'll probably just wait until the pumps get the main fuel pumps get here and see what happens. But hopefully in a little bit we'll have an update on this and hopefully get this one, maybe even that one, running within the month, which would be nice. Okay, see you in a bit. Bye-bye. So when I turned the car over, that came out of the exhaust. That doesn't look too good. Looks like, if it'll focus, I don't know what that looks like. Doesn't look good. This is the car that I'm mostly sure has a bad head gasket. So I won't be surprised if we find some funky stuff along the way. But yeah, these two still not running. The other one is in the backyard, and that one's running like a champ now. But yeah, we'll get back to it. So quick update, it's only a day after I filmed that last part of the video, and I guess the fuel pumps came in a lot sooner than I thought they were gonna come in. At least a couple of them. I got the intake fuel pumps, and I have a main fuel pump right here. So we're gonna start on one car since we have pumps for at least one car today. I'm not sure, I think I'm gonna start with the GL. That one seems to be maybe the one that's going to be the hardest to actually get started, because it looks like someone was messing around with the wiring, and I actually started cleaning out the back of the trunk, and I'll show you what I found in there. It's not very inspiring. So we'll start on that one. We'll go back there. I bought a little cheapo Harbor Freight fuel pump, so we're going to pump the fuel out of the gas tank. I ordered one of those fuel tank tools from, or the fuel pump locking ring tool from IPD, but IPD takes forever to ship, so I will just hit it with a hammer and a screwdriver for now, and I'll put it back together with the tool once it comes in. But yeah, we'll get to it. We're going to start pumping out all that gas out of that thing, and hopefully it doesn't look too bad so we don't have to replace that tank. But yeah, let's get to it. Sorry if there's wind, but today's kind of a windy day. So this is what I kind of found in the back of the trunk. Some useful stuff, a little center console thing that I usually pick up from the junkyard because they're always very brittle and they fall apart. It looks like they were working a lot on the AC system inside this car before it was parked, because this is pretty much brand new, and I saw a couple other things that were kind of related to the AC, but here's my cheapo little fuel pump. We're going to use to pump all the gas out of this tank. Transmission fluid, probably never a good sign. Probably leaking like a dam, a broken dam. I don't know what I'm saying. All I'm saying is this doesn't look good. Oh, that was the other thing, a relay for the fan, which I don't know, maybe the fan's broken. I don't know, man. We're gonna start. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. There was a spare ECU. There's a spare fuel control module. I think that's what that is. Jetronic. And an extra throttle body sensor. There's a cruise control module. I don't know what the heck that's for. There's a fuel pump relay. So, I mean, I don't know. This car was tinkered with a lot before it was parked, so hopefully it doesn't need too much to get started. But we're going to start with just draining the gas out of this thing, because obviously that stuff's probably bad. And replace both pumps and hopefully get some fuel up to the fuel rail. and see where we go from there. So I got my little pump hooked up, and we're just gonna start pumping out the gas in this thing. It does not look good. It's looking like this tank needs to be replaced. So we're just gonna. There we go. I don't know if you can see that color, but that is nasty. It's just straight brown. Which kind of sucks because I hate replacing gas tanks in these things. But the more I look at it, the more I know it's probably going to have to happen. So I'll probably get this tank drained. Put probably about like 5 gallons in it just so I can get some fuel too, or even, I don't know. I might just need to buy the gas tank before I work on it anymore. We'll drain this tank, and maybe the GL with 90,000 miles, maybe that tank looks better. But if that tank looks better, then we'll start working on that one and wait for this one's new tank to come in, because this isn't looking too good. Actually, I'm doing this outside this time. Last time I did this on it was an 86 sedan, and didn't run. The run smelled like running full gas for weeks. Cut up pair of jeans. This guy was old school. He was on his rags. It's pretty funny. I have to find a place to pull. I'll put it all up there. Get some extra belts. You know, some jumper cables that are kind of rusty or corroded. More belts. I don't know why you need so many belts. Extra oil, you never know. Oh, that's freaking sweet. It's an old, like, U.S. Army shovel. Does it say U.S. Army? It says U.S. Oh, it's painted over. I can't read it. Nope, can't read it. That's kind of cool. I actually have one of these. Actually, I have 2. I have one that's broken. Then I have one that my friend that broke it replaced for me. He went to go hit a Gatorade bottle, and it snapped right off at the old wood. And he was nice enough to grab me a replacement. Which, if you're watching, Tim, shout out. You're a real one. But I guess. That's pretty funny. Well, I'll put that away. I swear, it's the funniest thing to go through some of this old stuff when it comes to, oh, that's cool. Really old plate. My grandpa, he collects license plates, so this is definitely going up with him. But it's cool to look through these cars, mostly when they were kind of forgotten about. This will actually come in handy. No, it won't. Needs recharge. But it's funny to look inside these cars and see like all the stuff that used to be, well, what was in them before before they were kind of long forgotten. That's coolant, which is a sign of leaky coolant, having to top it off every once in a while, which would make sense because I think this one, if I had to guess, at least 90% sure that it has a bad head gasket. Just some wire, light bulbs, more. That 20W50. Gosh, that is some thick stuff. I don't know what the heck this is. Oh, I think these are like tools. You know what? We'll take a little second, do a quick unboxing. We'll do a little quick what's in the old flour covered rag. Oh, I was right. They're tools. Got some wrenches, got some crescent wrench, flathead screwdriver, and a Phillips head screwdriver. Nice. I should wrap that back up because I'm probably not going to need any of those. But kind of funny. Mostly when these cars, you know, this car was probably someone's daily driver for a little bit, broke down. I don't know why I'm not in frame. Broke down, and then they're like, let's not fix it, it's old. Then they just forgot about all their stuff that's in the back of their car, which I always think is pretty funny. I don't know what the heck that is. If anybody could tell me what the heck this thing is, what the heck? I don't know what you're supposed to do with that. Beat someone upside the head with it. I mean, that's one use. Maybe that's what they were using it for. There's their self-defense stick. It's got a word on it, and all I can read is Ken. So this is Ken. Ken, my beating stick, my new beating stick. Anybody needs to, I don't know, come at me, see what happens with me and Ken. Oy. Foam? I don't know why you need that much foam there. Another rag, fire extinguisher, which we went over is, oh, this is pretty funny. Look at this old, just like the other 240, the 90. Old Johnson & Johnson first aid kit. And I am definitely going to look through it and see if there's an expiration date on anything in here. Oh, okay. I found it. There's a little patent date or copyright date in the corner. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if it's focused, but it says Johnson & Johnson CPI 1988. This poor thing's been sitting in the back of this car since 1988, at least, which is pretty funny. What the heck is that? Snake kit? Cutter? What the heck is it? I'm gonna investigate. Cutter. Snake kit. What the heck is a snake kit? Top fingers. What is this? Maybe it's like a okay, that's a razor blade. Don't cut yourself. What the heck? It's telling you to cut inside your fingers. Cutter, suction, snake kit. So it's some type of antiseptic solution. Okay, I think this is some old technology. I don't know what the heck you're gonna do with this thing when you get bit by a rattlesnake. And I keep almost puncturing myself with the razor blade, so I'm gonna put it away. Doubt this is any good. Let's the strut mount for the rear hatch. I got it open with a vice grip right now, so hopefully if that does work, it's going to be used. Just random stuff. Now I'm just kind of cleaning it up just so I can sit inside this thing. We're going to get to that in-tank fuel pump and replace it real quick. So this was the fuel pump out of the GL. You saw me drain the gas out of that thing. You saw how bad it looked. And that's kind of what the fuel pump looks like, nice and crusty. And I was hoping the DL with 90,000 miles was going to look a lot better. I don't know why I was thinking that, but yeah, that's even freaking worse. So I know that gas tank is just as bad or maybe even worse than the one that's in the GL. So I'm going to have to order 2 gas tanks for these cars. I don't feel like going to the junkyard and pulling a gas tank just to find out that it's just as bad as these two. So probably just find some new ones. I know there's companies out there that sell them, but yeah, I guess more waiting on parts. This is pretty much how it feels to work on Volvos, is just constantly waiting on parts to show up. Somebody across the street with a leaf blower. But yeah, it's not looking too good for these two. Both turning out to be pretty far gone. But at least the interior in this one looks actually pretty nice compared to this one. This interior looks pretty sun-beaten and pretty dusty and dirty, as you can tell inside that wheel well. Don't know what that wheel's doing there. That's a completely different wheel than what's on the car. So I don't know, man. This is getting getting a little tricky. One sec, let me turn the. So I grabbed the mic. There's a guy with a leaf blower across the street, and I knew that was going to be a little annoying, but hopefully it doesn't get picked up on this mic. But as you guys saw, both gas tanks in these two cars, they're completely toast. I was hoping I was going to be able to drain the gas in them and put new fuel pumps on it and just get her going, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. I'm going to have to order 2 new gas tanks for these cars and sending units. Those sending units are so rusty and corroded with the wires are all messed up, and it's just not worth trying to clean up and fix. So I'm gonna have to find new sending units. Those I can probably source out of the junkyard. I can go down there with a screwdriver and a hammer, pop one out, see if it's good. If it's good, then I'll take it home and use that. If I can't find 2 to replace for these 2 cars, then I will just order 2 new ones. Other than that, I guess we're just gonna have to wait. It's kind of how it works when you're working on Volvos. It's just waiting on parts and shipping. And yeah, I guess we'll wrap that up for now. The next video will probably be me getting the new fuel tanks in, which is never a fun task because you're on your back squirming and holding up the gas tank with all 4 of your appendages, and it's just not fun. But yeah, we'll get that done. Hopefully after that, we can diagnose if these things have bad head gaskets. Yeah, they're a little more deeper involved than I thought they were going to be, but it's definitely worth it. These 2 wagons deserve to be back on the road. Mostly this one, mostly that, both of them. They're both that high mileage. That one's did its deed. It deserves to at least hit 300,000 before someone throws it away, because I don't know. We know they're capable. There's 2 of them in the backyard with 350,000 miles plus, so all I'm saying, man, these cars deserve a second life. So yeah, this one we're gonna have to order gas tank and all that. I don't know. Well, I'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up before we just start rambling. We'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel to see more of these videos. And leave a comment to if you guys think this one has a bad head gasket or that one has a bad head gasket or both of them has a bad head gasket. Me personally, I think both of them do, but you guys tell me what you guys think, and we'll see you guys next time. Remember to drive safe and enjoy your Volvos. Okie doke. See you guys next time. Bye-bye. I did ask you guys to tell me if you guys think either one of these cars has a bad head gasket, and I forgot to show you what's going on inside the engine bay. This is the DL with 90 something thousand miles on it. I'll show you the coolant inside that guy. As you can tell, that is not looking good. Looks pretty nasty. No exterior leaks from what I can tell, but it definitely looks like it's been leaking in a coolant. Pretty, nothing too bad inside there. It's kind of dry, but nothing to indicate that there's water inside the actual oil. I think there's oil inside the water. Then this is the GL, and I'll show you what this coolant tank looks like. Water pump doesn't look too good. It's nice and nasty. This one's not as bad as I remember it. Looked a lot worse when I looked at it in person, but you can actually kind of see. Oh, there's not much in there, but there's some type of green coolant in there and some brown stuff. So I don't know. You guys tell me what you guys think of these two cars. You think they're worth the money? I don't know. Someone threw them away for a reason. My job is to figure out why they threw them away and hopefully not go broke trying to do it.